Hello! The drum roll was perfectly timed. Thank you and hello. My name is Kevin. We are Dirty 20 Gaming, and it's Friday night. And we have guests, and we're not going to behave because it's Friday, and it's time for a Friday night fun shot. We, as always, are going to be playing a Grant Howitt game. Not as always, as usually, are playing a Grant Howitt game tonight. This particular one is officially called Three Goblins in a Trench Coat. But we have a special guest tonight, and for that we have renamed the episode. It is called A Drow and Two Goblins Walk into a Bar. But we will get to that in just a second, because first I have to talk about the technical stuff. We use Roll20 for our virtual tabletop, and thank them for allowing us to use it. There's no sponsorship there. It's just I use it and it works. And the art, the overlay art, the image behind me right now is all from Pixabay. Wonderful place. If you are looking for backgrounds, top quality stuff, and their rules regarding referencing and stuff are very, very understandable and nice and easy to work with. That was the technical stuff. Now the fun stuff. Because you cannot game without people. Well, you can, but it's weird. Anyway, we have people here tonight, and we have, amongst other things, we have a special guest. But I'm going to do these people in alphabetical order, just so I don't forget. Starting with, a very brave person. Everybody that comes on this show is brave because we're nuts. But to come on here for the first time with no knowledge of any of us and never having played with me before, never having played with any of these other people before, a GM who has been trapped behind the screen for evers and evers. You can see the pallor on the face. That's on the shiny reflective side of the GM screen where all the information is. Adrian, thank you so much for joining us, first of all. And I kind of gave part of it away, but what do you do when you're not here?
I mean, I'm just living, really.
Yeah.
I work as a server for a day job, and then I come home and just kind of make things and roll dice for fun.
D20 or Dungeons and Dragons campaign?
Oh yeah. Well, it's actually funny enough. It started as a Honey Heist campaign. Or a honey heist one shot, and that kind of grew into its own thing.
Which is the Crash Pandas version of that. We ended up with the Declan Memorial Cup.
This one went from a carnival master with honey into blood magic mob cult. As of right now, they're still working on it.
As happens, of a Friday. Next, thank you so much for joining us, Adrian. Next, we've got, I guess, our only regular here tonight, playing Elderberry tonight. Nick, you are also a very busy person, even though you're not streaming a whole ton. But what are you doing?
Well, streaming I'd like to get into at some point, but considering how I'm currently a DM for a game that is shifting time slots as they do at some point.
They all do.
And also here.
Sometimes
but also
2 or 3 times a day.
If I haven't mentioned that one. So yeah,
and a full-time student.
Yeah. So I will find time in the schedule, or I will realize I might have slightly overbooked myself. But
yeah, that's a cruel realization. I actually had that just 2 weeks ago. I foolishly thought I could do this 6 nights a week, and no, that's ridiculous. No, I can't. But speaking of somebody who does this on a regular basis, we are blessed tonight with a virtual guest, a VTuber of great talent, worth, fame, and widely traveled on many channels, in many universes, in many planes. There's the smile I was looking for. Will Willow joins us tonight. Thank you for joining us, and hello. Oh, you seem to be muted.
I seem to have broken a lot of things on while you're doing things. Oh God.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
is this? I'm in place. Hold on. I think I can move things around, but hold on. I'm good. Oh,
We're
yeah,
good.
No?
We're good.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
maybe,
perfect.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay, great,
Perfect.
great.
Right
Okay.
there.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Tell us where else you're amazing besides
Hello.
here.
Ah, shit.
It's okay. I'll
I'm
fix
sorry.
it. I got it.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
it.
You got it. You got it. Oh,
My
hi.
job.
I'm
My
Willow.
You talk.
I jump. I mean, you talk. Wait. I talk. You jump. Hi.
Yes.
I'm Willow. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, as you can see. Ah, there goes that truck. That does the beep beep. I'm sorry. It's a disaster intro. Why?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for making it finally feel like a Friday fun shot. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. When things go right around here, I get nervous. So, oops. Have you muted again? Is that what's happened?
It still goes beep beep. He's backing that truck up.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Beep,
We'll work that into the
beep.
soundtrack later.
Okay, well, he's delivering my food. I'm a cook, chef thing, and I drow wild magic. I can talk. Swear, I didn't drink today.
All of those things are true. Anyway, Thank you so much, Willow, for joining us. We will let the chaos free in just a moment. I just have to quickly finish editing, putting there we go. It's a tiny little thing at the side. I'm not even worried about it. Okay, so let's get into this game. Which means I need my paper because I wrote 2 sentences this week, which is as close as I ever get to a plot. The 3 of you, 2 goblins and a drow of diminutive stature, pretending to be a goblin for reasons of her own, have been tasked by a great goblin king to go into the city of the peoples in this year 2021 and rescue his princess. After asking a couple of questions, you have come to the conclusion that this princess was not absconded with by the humans. She was not kidnapped. She was not taken in any way. In fact, she snuck out in the middle of the night and ran into the city to go bar hopping. There is one other thing about this goblin princess that you need to know. She is 115 years old, and her name is Princess Goober. So a combination of moldy meat, fancy clothes, and the threats of imminent death find the 3 of you wobbling on top of each other in a stinky human trench coat and hat that you got from the dump. Just outside the city of insert city name here. You can see ahead of you the main drag of this city. And not unlike a place I lived many years ago, there is a section about 7 blocks long, which has been blocked from vehicle traffic. You can't drive in there. You can't even ride your bike in there. Because for 7 blocks, on both sides of the street, it is lined with nightclubs.
Ooh.
You can hear, even from this distance, 10, 12, 15 intermingling beats and music styles. And there's flashing lights going with all these musical styles. This whole section of the city looks like it's just vibrating quietly in every frequency available.
Is there country music?
There is absolutely country music. There's also hip-hop, pop, dance music, emo, everything you can imagine. And bars
We're
of
gonna have to go to that emo
all
bar.
kinds. So you are the legs, if I am not mistaken, correct?
I am the legs, yes.
So the joy of being the legs at the start of this game is that you basically get to decide where everybody goes. They can have opinions, but they don't have feet on the ground at the moment. So the 3 of you are in this trench coat. You have not planned because you are goblins and goblins don't plan. But where, as the legs, where are you taking us? And I'm just going to work my way up.
It's a hard choice between country and emo, honestly.
I would like to say I knew where we were heading.
This is Friday. You see ahead of you on the left-hand side what can only be described as a Cremo bar. That's a country emo cross-blended bar.
Is this where they went?
It is the sad. You thought emo was sad. You thought old school country was sad. These people have lost their dog, their truck, their wife, their vehicle, their everything they own. And
Probably
they're
their
really
bars.
sad about the way that they look. This is a Cremo bar. The first bar that you see.
We are so going to the Cremo bar. I don't give a shit. I'm walking that way.
You're heading that way. In the midst of this trio of people, Willow, you're in a really stinky coat with two goblins. One's sitting on your shoulders. You're sitting on the other one's shoulders. You have reasons, but before we even decide what you're going to try and do, what's it like for Willow to be in this jacket right now?
This doesn't smell anything like food.
No.
Hate it. I'm slowly like kind of kicking, so legs can hear me out when I say, hey, it's really music to my ears. Kitchen ASMR. Is that an option?
It is now.
Just a suggestion.
There's a bar just across the street called Casmer. KASMR. They are, you can see the billboard outside it's like frying deep fried dumplings, but it's going really slow. So the bubbles are just, and it's all the harp music and stuff along with it.
Where she's attracted to the sound of cooking, Grottle is attracted to the sound of spurs and wallet chains.
Yeah, so the bottom third of you has turned to the left. The middle third of you has turned to the right. On top of this, Crinch, Elderberry. Let's go with, we called them Crinch, I think, on the sheet. So Crinch, what are you doing at the top of this pile? Like they're doing this underneath you. It's like trying to ride a snake.
I'm extremely overwhelmed with all of the lights. This is something they did not prepare me for.
There's neon and billboards and laser pointers and pictures flashing up of humans, which is creepy enough. And then there's humans with almost no clothes on, which is just creepier. What do you do?
So I see, or at least
you can see
all
and
I would
look
notice
around,
is
you
that,
just can't really direct where you're going.
So I feel that the person that I'm on top of is leaning towards the dumpling that has like the heart.
Yep.
Don't mind me, I'm having a Reese's.
Okay, what's
just
really
getting into
funny
character.
is
That's
as
all
much
that
as
is.
that I'm looking for something like almost like my eyes don't even want to focus on it. There's just like almost too much light, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
absolutely.
there might be like what a light bulb should be able to produce, but it's like the wrong, like a color that's just more vibrant than I should be able to see.
Yep. Oh, I know
Even if
exactly
it's
what
a
it is.
fireworks factory
It's that
exploding.
LED blue, that did not exist as a color until blue LEDs came out. And every time you look at it, you go, that is not of this time and space.
I know the exact one.
Yeah.
The exact what you're talking about.
That's what you're just you're looking for, just a color. Okay.
Like Grottle has to go only on sound.
Yeah, absolutely. You are like, you're buttoned up. You are, everything's like here. There's legs right here. You're balancing two people on your shoulders. I just want to quickly finish with. I just want to show Crinch what you see, because you were looking for blue, right? Yes. You will see way down at the end of the street. There's this blue holograph. It's the only one that physically comes out from the walls, and it looks like waves crashing. Way down at the end, and it's in that weird blue.
Pretty. I wonder what I could find in there.
What are you seeing up there, buddy?
Actually, let's have the first roll of the game. What you see up there is a perfect trigger for the first roll of the game. Grinch, give me a head roll because you are looking to see stuff. That's a success. Anything over a 4 is a success. This was
I see blue.
yeah, exactly. I'm not even gonna this didn't even count as a challenge. This was just to see if you could see something. You see in those blue waves that come out, there's little patches of color. And the first time it comes out, it's like, oh, patches of color. The second time it comes out, it's like, oh, it's 3 triangles on 2 strings. Third time it comes out, hey, it's kind of the same as those pictures where the people are hardly wearing any clothes. It's bikinis on a wave getting washed out.
Anyone's getting like the Blue Dabba Dee song in their head, or is it just me? Because I'm bouncing around with that in my head. Yo, listen up. Here's a story about a little guy that lives in the blue where little day all night.
I don't know that song.
And everything is blue for him. I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da.
Sounds like everything was blue for him. It sounds like an ad for Viagra.
Wait, you guys don't know about that song?
Play that song at the same time.
I can't believe. Yeah, I'll be rocking to Blue Dabba Dee. I'm blue.
So you're bouncing down the street. I need that. That was the first roll of the night. The second and third roll, I need as the 2 below you sort of fight to see which bar you go to first. So give me the person who's on the legs. So Grottle, give me a legs roll, and Snicklet, give me a arms roll. So you're both rolling d10s. This is just a straight up wrestle to see who's doing what. So that's a 6. And for Willow, give us a d10 roll.
Mm-hmm. Peanut butter's good.
Creamo.
Peanut butter is good.
Creamo.
Wait, is it D6?
D10.
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 Yeah.
I got it.
No.
Oh, look at that. Okay. So you are just down at the bottom. Grottle, you're banking. Like you realize if you get the tower tilted, we're going that way, right? So you bank into this corner. It's like you're heading right for the bar, and Willow reaches out through the arm of the jacket and grabs a telephone pole and just hooks it, and you go right around the telephone pole, and it's already tilting, so you're straight across the street. You're just running to keep from skidding right into them, and the 3 of you run into the wall, just boom, 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 right beside the door to the kitchen ASMR bar.
I win!
No.
As you lean back, the chest of the creature screams, "I win!" As the 3 of you back away from the wall and look at the bouncer. Seems the wrong word. Mixer? No, that's not the right word either. This is the gentlest door person you've ever met. They look at you. And they start to scan like they're not believing a second of this, and you see them stop themselves. And you see them very consciously not judge you. And it comes back up to the eyes, Crinch. I'm afraid you're just going to have to wait just a minute. The crowd is still rising.
Opposite of Gordon Ramsay. This one's
Rising?
over.
The crowd is rising?
He looks down at your chest and says, Gordon Ramsay, we saved for Rude Fridays. Looks back up at your head and says, yes, they're still, they've drank their yeast and they're still sort of, you know, my other job is at a really rowdy bar, but I have to use the language at the place that owns it. They're just not set up yet. I have to make you wait like 2 minutes.
I mean,
Can't we just set ourselves up? Oh, I'm sorry. I need to.
Would there be
Looks
any way I
back down
can
at your
help you
chest
set
again.
up?
Looks back down at your chest again. We can, you know what?
My stomach
looks back
growling.
up.
I know it's really weird sounding. Everything smells really good in there.
And he looks down again, and the feet are turning and trying to walk across the street. And you just, I picked the worst day to stop doing hallucinogenics. Just go.
I
And
mean,
as they
you want something?
push open the door, have you got?
I
And his
mean,
hand snaps out.
we're saving it for a special occasion, but sure. I hand him a neon purple mushroom.
How do you
Oh,
hand it to him?
A hand comes out of the
I mean,
neck of the.
Considering how he's looking for
He's got his
hallucinogenics,
regular
I
hands
don't think
down
he
here.
cares how he is being given
Yeah,
this
he's
mushroom.
already hallucinating. So yeah, I love it. Thank you. Excellent question. Because yes, this hand comes out of the neck of the trench coat with this mushroom. So there's now 3 hands. Drops the mushroom and maybe. Nah, fortune favors the brave. And he just turns around and starts to wander down the street, down the middle of the road of these bars, just looking back and forth.
Homie just straight up bitches?
Blasphemy! He
Okay, look, we need to make a deal here. We go in here, and then we go to the other bar that seems a lot more fun, yeah?
Why are my legs talking?
Okay, legs.
I can say what I want. Dude's left.
Willow,
He's tripping somewhere else.
purple mushrooms. He ate it assuming it was a hallucinogenic. You are the chef in the group. What was it? Is he going to get high? Is he going to get sick? What's going to happen? Tell us what happens with purple mushrooms when you don't cook them. You seem very adamant.
Oh, well, he's going to glow and sparkle
Oh,
and easily get hit as if it was like fairy fire.
it's like fairy fire. So now he is, because he was already
Oh, lovely.
hallucinating, so he's just popped and he's sparking as he walks down the street. Just kids are throwing rocks at him. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
it's not all kids. There's some adults who are like, make sure nobody's looking and kicking shit on him. Yeah. The door to the Casmer bar stands open. From inside, you smell organic alcohol, organic beer, organic sweaty people, and the smell of cooking.
Okay, 2 minutes in here, then we go to the fun one, okay?
Take it to go? We take it to go. What do we even know about the princess? Actually, I mean, like, what lead do we have? What does she like?
Not
Do we
being where
know?
we're from, which we need her back.
Oh, okay.
you might have to go to every bar on this street before you find her. It could be a long, drawn out night. You might want to drink.
Although, we may have a
That
problem if
sounds
she's
like-
also in a trench coat.
Oh,
We
you
should
know
get a
I wanna
drink. Get a 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 drink.
So
Okay.
I have just
All right.
the trench coat starts to chant. Get a drink, get a drink, get a drink, get a drink, get a drink. The head pops out from between the arms. This little drow face. Get a drink, get a drink, get a drink, get a drink. Slightly lower, between 2 other buttons, a goblin eye and a long hooked goblin nose comes out. Get a drink, get a drink, get a drink, get a
You
drink.
gotta walk over to the bar, sir.
I'm walking here, okay?
The tower tilts and heads towards the bar. This is like the calmest drinking establishment ever. This is like Finland, except a bar. Everybody's just sitting very still and very quiet. They've all got these organic cups in front of them, and they're wearing a lot of hemp and things. Watching somebody cook. What was it? Oh, nod to the guest. The on the overhead screen is a large screen of somebody doing chocolate cocoa bombs with Baileys and milk. And you come in just as the chocolate pops, and
I got mixed feelings.
you see it's a huge cup to make the presentation more impressive. And there's actually 3 balls in it, 3 slightly different colored chocolate balls. One of them is broken. It appears to be like a light chocolate, and it's kind of frothy, almost like a flavored top to a cappuccino. And as it starts to creep over the other 2, the second ball pops, and it's a dark chocolate. The room
Can I stick
fills. Jump in.
Oh, I want to put my tongue on it.
What did the legs do?
I mean, legs aren't seeing any of this, so legs is
You're
just walking.
you're just heading towards the bar. Head is
I guess Willow
kind of
kinda tried to
balancing on the
push him to
top.
the side.
Willow, do you care what the head and the feet do at this point? It's Friday night. Nobody cares. Do whatever Willow would do.
I will grab 2 liquidy handfuls I guess I'm gonna have chocolate hands for a while, like that,
As you
and
go
I'm
on,
gonna
yeah, give me a hands roll. You're good at these, so give me a D10.
D10.
Yep.
Okay.
A 5, a success, but
Pretty
just barely
even.
a success. So I like this. This is perfect. Like you said, you reach over and your first thought is maybe grab the cup, but it's too hot. See, But then just you're a chef. Your fingers don't feel pain, so you reach in again and grab the 2 bubbles. The one that just broke. So this one's got like melting dark chocolate melting over your hand. The other one just starts to crack like an egg as you pull it out of the warm milk, and inside you see salted caramel.
Oh, I'm gonna bathe in it.
You just
Like
step out of the
wash
middle
soap.
of the cloak, and I said it's a big
Oh.
cup. Did you say bathe? That's what I heard.
Well, like I say bathe, but it's more like I treat it like face soap. So I'm just rubbing
Okay,
it all
so-
over my face.
Absolutely. So either way, you just leap out of the trench coat. The head goes poof, poof, down onto the feet. There's now there's now 2
Oh.
goblins in a trench coat and
Oh,
a
no.
drow being very, very
Ooh,
enhanced by chocolate on the counter of the bar.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's Friday. This is what we do this for. You know how few dice rolls we've done
No.
yet? It doesn't matter.
We continue walking.
You
wanted to go
are
up on the
enhanced.
bar.
The 2 of you, are kind of look around. People are starting to stare.
Nope.
Standing on the counter, the video camera is catching your feet because it was shooting down on the top of this cup, right? So it can see your feet and your hands with these melting chocolate balls in them, Willow, as you start to and start giving yourself a facial in this bar with these salted caramel and dark chocolate. Oh, now I want one. That sounds absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, I want to share it with the group.
You have forgotten that the rest of the world exists. The 2 of you are on the floor of the bar. You look around. The bar has not forgotten that Willow exists. People are pulling their phones out, starting to shoot footage. You see behind the bar, the bartender reaches down and comes back up with a net, like a fishing net.
Wait, what?
Oh, shit. Oh,
Apparently
no.
this
Wait,
happens more than you'd think.
Someone was screaming.
I get out of there.
Okay.
You run for the
No,
door.
no,
Are you
no.
going to get Willow on the way?
I'll run.
We all run. Great, we can go to Cremo. Hey, one for Grotto.
You
Run
turn
and you
and
cream.
Grotto, you turn and run. Give me a D10 for running.
Oh, he is legs.
Yep, he is. So it's a D10.
Come on, please.
That's an
Yes.
8. Absolutely.
Would it be possible for me to grab Willow on the way by?
I was just going to say,
Oh, yeah.
which would
Am I
be
just
being
running
in
with-
arms. Your head right now, so technically you're kind of in the middle, but we're going to make this more fun. Your arms, or your head right now. So roll 2 of whatever your arm stat is, and we're taking the lower one. If you're trying to do arms while you're actually the head. So 4, so far so good. Oh, 4 and a 4. So you managed to do it. So on the way by, you sort of grab Willow's. Is Willow dressed kind of like you're dressed now?
Yeah, I'd never take
And-
this
and-
off. Chef
absolutely.
24/7. Oh, it's my nightgown.
the-
It's my.
By the back of the apron, Willow, you're just and all of a sudden you just kind of bend in half and just like a comic. You just fly. You still got the 2 chocolate things in your hand as you whistle across the room. The 3 of you smash out the door and out into the street, chocolate and salted caramel dripping over all of you.
Did we have a chance to see if
I would.
if Goober was in there?
Give me, all 3 of you, give me a head roll, whatever your head rolls, because the pile is shattered right now. The 3 of you are just like running outside all in spectacular style. Forget the rules. We'll do this because it's more fun this way. You didn't see
no.
anything. You didn't see anything.
Oh no!
Aha! Out of all of them, I know what it is. You come out, chocolate in hand, being pulled backwards at high speed. The draft of being pulled backwards pulls the chocolate down away from your eyes. And you see as you leave way down at the. Oh, sorry. What was the question?
Did we see Goober?
Goober. You did not see Goober in there, but you see a kerfluffle way down at the end of the street by where the blue wave is. There are people running this way. Most of them have got at least 2 drinks in their hand. Some of the really motivated ones have got a jug of beer in each hand. They're trying to run and not spill them. But that whole last 2 blocks of the party zone is coming this way at speed.
Oh.
Why?
Also, I feel bad.
You're just, or actually, you've got these wonderful ingredients. You've got dark chocolate. You've got salted caramel. You are a chef. There are means available. Are you doing? Are you preparing anything?
But, I mean,
no works too.
if they're coming,
Go for it.
they're coming at us?
They don't appear to be coming at you. They're getting away from something.
Oh. Then
Yeah, like my
I
kind of
keep
party.
eating.
Okay, these are mine. And it's like super concentrated. These were designed to melt in warm milk, right, and make this amazing hot chocolate. So you've got like this concentrated, yummy. I'm gonna have to go to the store after we're done now. Shit,
I'm so
spend like
sorry.
$12 on cocoa. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Get yourself some Ovaltine. All right, continue.
I think Groddle is trying
For
to
that,
identify
you have
where.
an Ovaltine, one of these in your belt pouch now that you can use for Ovaltine effect anytime you want. Very creative, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Y'all Americans
Yes.
and your Ovaltine. Groddle is taking a look at all the drinks they're carrying.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do to like suss out where like the best like the more colorful the better for Groddle? I think
You're just looking to steal a drink from somebody running by?
not necessarily steal a drink, but figure out where the most colorful ones are coming from. I think he's attracted to that.
That's very, very easy and a very good question. You can see about 4 doors down on the right-hand side, there's a weird place. It's called Cheap's Skate. And as you look in the window, it's like an old-timey rollerblade arena.
Oh.
But people are on, they're not on roller skates, they're on roller blades, and they're drinking. And it's a rollerblade rink, so you're just drinking and turning to the left all night. It's like 2 bars around the outside. But every single one of the staff is not only on rollerblades, they're wearing denim, and out of the wrists and the collars and the waistbands and around the ankles are protruding bright yellow feathers. And there is a certain level of campness to the way that they skate about with drinks. Yes, this is a bar owned by one of our previous FunSHot adventurers, Cheap Down Under. This is their bar. That was from Sexy Battle Wizards. Cheap's Skate, where they skate and drink. And because of that, even the beer comes in a swirly fancy glass with like 3 straws and 4 pieces of fruit and 2 bananas and a plastic sword.
Megazord form. We gotta go there.
Do we climb aboard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Reform time, I guess.
I got this image of Willow managing to climb Groddle with both hands full, like not using her hands. Just kind of uses her feet to climb up on top and sits on his shoulders. And then Crinch runs up to the top and sits down. The 3 of you head forwards into the darkness. The partiers are starting to blow past you now. They aren't even looking at you. As weird as some of them even saw you reform, and it's like, nope, not a problem. They're just running past you.
I just happen to think rollerblades will help us blow through these bars faster, so that way we can
You start heading towards the rollerblades. Okay.
find our princess. That's the thing
When
we
you say
gotta do.
rollerblades, I know what they are, but for Cheap's Bar, they would definitely actually be like pizza wheel
Old school.
blades.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. You're right. Yep. That makes perfect sense. So you're going to Cheap Skates.
Have we tried asking if anyone's seen her?
You can certainly do that right now.
Well, guess what?
I'm
We can ask
asking
more
the-
people with rollerblades.
Let's do it. Ask the people of rollerblades.
As you're storming towards the rollerblade place, you with your hands are now back in the sleeves of the jacket, Willow. So you've got the chocolate. I'm assuming your hands by now are probably just covered in chocolate. You've probably eaten most of the, for narrative reasons, it's all pretty much gone. You're like licking your fingers at this point, with your face sticking out of the front of the jacket, if that's all right.
Yes.
And as you look in there to ask, first of all, you're the chest asking again. So give me two. What is your head statistic for Willow?
What? Me? Oh,
for Snicklet? Yeah. What is Snicklet's head dice?
D6.
D6. Okay, roll two of them, and we're going to take the lower one because you're trying to be a head while you're actually being the body.
Okay.
Oh. That still works. People are so freaked out by what's going on, they don't realize that they answer you, Crinch, like you spoke. But yeah, has anybody seen a goblin? And Crinch, you hear, at the strip club.
I'll take a few steps back.
Which one be that?
It's called Blue Heaven.
The wave. Okay.
The waves. Yeah. Yeah, there were almost waves in there tonight, I'm telling you.
Okay.
And they're just like, he's got two of these ridiculous drinks now. Like this one's purple and it's got purple and orange layers. The other one's blue, but it flashes. And he's got one straw from each, and he's just double draining them. Just.
Oh, those are good. Those are good. Ask him he's gonna finish them, please.
You can get
your
one
legs.
Your eyes.
Ask this guy if he looks to. I was, but maybe not at the same time. And he just sort of puts them on the floor in front of you and uses his foot to push them under the hem of the coat. So
he definitely just hears a little like, "Thank you."
From your legs. Yeah. That was your secret mission, was it not?
That was my secret mission, yeah.
So from under the coat, you hear, you have had two of these amazing, you're not even sure what cocktails are. You just had two of them all at the same time. Walking is very difficult because one went to each leg. So each leg is getting different instructions now. So you are in charge of walking and you're suddenly not very good at it.
Now let's go rollerblading.
I'm gonna die.
Well, that's a great idea. It's going fine.
That's good because you have to tie the rollerblades on him while Cringe tries to not to fall out of the top of the thing. So, yes, here we go. This requires this requires just some storytelling and not some rolling. You, Groddle, it works better if you close one eye and concentrate on one foot. And it turns out it's best if it's the opposite foot. So right eye, left foot, left eye, right foot. That's how you can hold them still enough so that Willow can try, without really seeing, with her chocolate-covered fingers, to lace up the rollerblades on your feet. The whole time, Cringe is hanging out of the top of the collar, like of the jacket, trying not to fall out as you guys flop around underneath them, while looking out, and this rampage up the street is just getting more and more intense. Crinch, you can see down the street, the last half of a block, there's a small fire that has started, and there's people building a barricade around the waves, around the blue heaven. The waves are still crashing over the street, these holographic waves, but there's a flicker, and suddenly they start crashing in red.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong? What's happening?
The rollerblades are on.
Oh, great.
Blue went red.
What?
Blue is now red. Does that mean it's red wave?
Blue is now red.
Red means things are hot. It's go time.
So the two of you at the top are like, we gotta go see underneath the legs. Give me a legs, but give me your regular D10 legs, but I want it twice. Because we're gonna each leg is gonna either succeed or fail on its own. Is how this is gonna work. So forget those numbers over there. They're falling down numbers. We have not officially had a scene yet, and I don't care.
So that's my left leg.
That's right. 9. Close the right eye, left leg. First step, perfect. Second step.
Number 2.
Oh, you got this. You
are
have
not
got
talking.
this. You have got this, but you have discovered a great truth that my drunk uncle once told me while he was very drunk and we were walking home very, very fast. I may have been really drunk too. His theory is, if you are going fast enough straight ahead, you do not have time to fall down. So that is the plan. You put your nose 6 inches in front of your toes, keep up. So that is how Grottle is heading down the street. It's like watching a
Michael Jackson
battering
leaning.
ram. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it turns into the 35, 45, 50-degree Michael Jackson, and it turns into a battering ram, screaming down the streets towards these barricades. As you approach the barricades, all three of you can see there's a row of drunks behind on your side of the barricade, clutching their half-empty drinks and empty bottles, and they're all getting ready like they're going to throw their bottles at the front of the blue heaven if anything comes out. From inside, you can still hear the da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
No.
Can I jump over them, please?
Jump is not the right word, and over is also not the right word. You may run through them at this velocity without even the 8 and the 9. Absolutely, you hit like right between some cheap lawn furniture, and the drunks and the plastic chairs go everywhere. The fire retardant seat cushions spin off into the darkness. Willow.
Yeah.
Through the barriers, you can see now ahead of you the club, as it were. You can see inside through the front of your outfit, and there's 2 stages, one down each side, and there's 3 locations on each stage, so there could be 6 dancers at any given moment. At the moment on the right hand side, there are 3 dancers, men, who are down to just about their nothings, and they are just grinding and bumping. But you notice they're all turned away. So you're getting some nice backside shots, but they're all turned to face the wall. On the other side, yeah. Well, okay. I'm going to stop there. Do you even look to the left?
I look around.
So bum. What's over there? Oh, you look over the other side, and there's 3 locations on that side too, and you can kind of tell this is probably there normally would be 3 women dancing on this side, but there's only one. It must be Princess Goober. Because it's not so much dancing as it is a collection of wrinkles moving in time to the music. It's you're not quite sure where the leather ends and the skin start. It's you can see why people have left.
Oh
And
gosh,
there's
you guys.
a whole row of empty glasses sitting across the front of the bar, and a whole bunch of like $5 bills tucked under them.
Okay, but by goblin standards, how hot is she?
She's 115, so and an old goblin is 15, so
That doesn't answer the question.
It's like you're looking at a green raisin with a thong on.
yes.
Depends on your taste.
Speaking of which, as you look over, you hear twang, and there's no longer a thong on, and one of the dancing young men on the other side goes down like he's been shot by a bullet. You see his head snap forward, and he just drops unconscious to the stage.
What just happened?
Exciting thing.
Cringe. Yeah. So the legs are going, what's going on? What's going on? The body's going, woo, check this out. What is the head doing?
I mean, our target is on the left.
Yes.
I mean, legs, why don't we see if we can see what the new change in profession is about?
If we're not gonna get shot, sure. And I start to kind of
You
like
start to stumble forward. Absolutely.
Yeah, you have 1/3 chance. It's fine.
no one goes for the legs.
So as you step forward deeper into the bar, you get to that spot that you get right up close, pervert row, right? And it's just nasty, right? It's just desperation. It's in the sweat, it's in the air. There's no people in this bar, and it's still somehow really sad and depressing.
Throw
The
Ovaltine on
princess-
her.
Yeah, on her.
Yeah. Woo!
Wow. I love it. Thank you so much. That is such a exclamation point break my game moment. Thank you. Thank
What?
you.
It's
You pull out the Ovaltine egg. And
Okay.
you
Okay.
tell me how you get this on or in great grandma Princess Goober.
On. Yeah, on. I
Unite her with Ovaltine?
I just kind of threw it at her. Oh gosh,
Just-
I didn't really think about it.
Just
Yeah,
beating her
absolutely.
in
Give me
the
an
head.
arms. Give me an arms check. So yeah, give me a D10. I love this.
I
And
didn't
roll
really think
twice.
about it.
This is
No,
this
that's
is
what
what
we're
you get
supposed to
for
Okay.
being brilliant. You get to roll twice and take the better one of the two.
I'm rolling which one now?
D10.
D6? D10. Okay,
D10
two.
twice.
Boop
Yep.
and boop. It's calculating.
He's calculating.
Roll 20 doesn't even know what to do.
It doesn't matter because if it fails, you're just going to roll again until you succeed. So no, that works. The 9 works. We'll take the 9.
Okay.
I love it. You reach into your pocket and pull out the Ovaltine egg, and you just hurl it at her, and it hits that wrinkled old forehead. And
Okay.
it just kind of goes in, like
Yeah.
it kind of like it closes like a wave, kind of around it. And
Good.
then you hear like
Now
an
she's
egg
disguised.
crack.
Wait.
And now-
growth, forehead sweat, cracking.
The skin starts to shrink away, and the
What?
Ovaltine starts to run down the top of her head. And as it does, the skin tightens. Her hair bushes up from the straggly little 6 pieces that she had left. Thump! A full 80s head of hair. No hairspray necessary. The short on the sides, big bouffant on the top, long down the back, complete with brows and the big heavy blue makeup. Starts to drift. The Ovaltine drips down her face. Her nose comes back from its collapsed, almost leprous condition. Boom. Turns out she's got a really cute little pixie nose. It's actually kind of drowish. Maybe it's in honor of you. The Ovaltine
Oh.
continues to drip off of her now shapely chin, the wattles underneath disappearing one at a time, like staircase going away.
Oh.
And it continues to drip down over her. As it crosses her shoulders, there's bones come up, the skin tightens, things rise and go back where they haven't been in over a century.
Grottle's nose is poking out of the coat, and it looks exactly how you'd think it would as he sees the leg.
Yeah, she's looking
Vitamins are
down.
magical.
She's looking down.
Boy,
The
oh boy.
Ovaltine runs down her arms. The skin tightens as it goes. You see, just before she pulls down, there's an outfit she had on when she started. And now that she's becoming her younger self again, she's rediscovering her shyness and trying to cover herself. But you see a very risque tattoo of a young
Oh.
goblin boy on one arm and a young goblin girl on the other arm. And you realize that if she goes like that, they're having sex.
They
Ah!
fucking hell yeah.
What have I done?
And the Ovaltine continues to run down her body, and as it does, she is now like at the prime and peak of her fitness and life. After that snap reaction, trying to cover herself, she looks down, sees what she's become, and proudly throws the robe away.
Oh.
Yes.
You know what?
Madame, you looked well before.
Live your life.
She jumps
Oh,
down
yeah.
off the stage, looks at
Shall
the
we
side
return?
for a second, runs over and grabs all those 5s. You're kind of doing a quick count. There's probably a couple $100 along the edge. And she quickly tucks that all under her robe, runs over, still absolutely starkers, undoes the button at waist height. And Grottle, you were kind of peeking out. She just runs up and thump, pulls the jacket open. So you're just staring at this,
Oh my.
the princess.
Princess, how are you?
She grins, gives you a little wiggle, and then slams the coat back shut and does up the button.
Oh no!
She backs up
He
a
throws
step,
the
jumps
toothpick
up
to her
on the
hand.
stage, looks at you, Crinch, and
Hello.
says, Thank you. What can I do to... And she looks down at Willow and says, I'll be with you in a second, honey. What can I do for you? I already paid off the pig on the bottom.
Wait, what the fuck? You didn't pay me anything.
You guys like her?
You've still got a second. Yeah. Oh, you still like her. Yeah. Cringe, you're just and you hear, you still like her? To be technical, between your knees.
Hello?
We have been tasked with with bringing you back home. However, the alternative is always never returning. And just, if you don't mind staying with you.
I learned a word. You guys want to be my entourage?
I have many questions.
I thought she was about to
I have
say
an
Polly
answer.
something.
Why not?
Or what?
As
don't pay
Willow
back home.
says, I was thinking Polly something. She jumps down off the stage, and she's now at eye level with you, Willow. And you're like, at this point, like that button is missing on the jacket because you've been talking the whole time, so your face is just through the jacket at this point. She steps up to you and, watching the whole time to make sure, she reaches up and just puts her finger under your chin and says, "It does amazing things for your skin, dear."
The chocolate?
Is that what it was?
Yeah. It's it's good for you. Milk is good, sugar's good, butter's good for your skin.
So she says to you, Willow, she says to you, so what's your record for the number of free drinks you've got in one night?
What do you mean? I get my own drinks.
Oh, I'm never... She looks down at herself again, just completely stark. She says, I'm never paying for a drink again. Who's coming drinking with me? And she turns around and heads for the door, still completely naked.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
I
that
jump
way.
off the totem and I'm behind her. Nope.
Grotto is gonna try his best to roller skate after.
Okay. You are still in the jacket. Are you going to try and do any sort of coverage?
Well, I mean, like I'm still just the lowest on the jacket, right?
Yep.
Or has Willow gotten off as well?
Yeah,
No, I don't think. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I'll paint her parts with chocolate though, so she's somewhat covered.
That's so much better than my idea. I was gonna suggest grabbing the clothes off the stage, but no, I like this better.
Oh,
You run
wait,
after
no,
her with
legit
your hands
clothes?
covered in
That's-
chocolate,
No.
and this is an 18+ game. It's all perfectly okay. You cover all her bits in chocolate, which just makes her, let's be honest, just look even more naked.
Oh.
So, before this gets too crazy, before this gets any crazier,
Yeah.
she's not going back. So, the four of you are now standing in the middle of a deserted 7 blocks of bars. Only the staff remain.
Question.
The music is still pounding. Yes.
What do we win if we do return her?
Not dying.
Yeah. She looks at you and she says, my great-great-great-grandson might try and kill you, but he's an idiot.
I'm
You're never
gonna
going
be
back,
honest.
right?
I prefer living personally.
What
I
if
think-
she lying? She might be lying, actually.
It's possible, but
The king has promised me a golden spoon.
But counterpoint. Why would she be lying about a threat to us? If she was lying about our threat, she might be saying something like, "Oh, you're fine with it" or whatever, right? So like,
let's just none go back. And you look over and somehow she's already been over to Cheapskate and back, and she's got 2 ridiculous drinks.
Oh, I get it.
yeah, my favorite bar.
I'm up 2-0.
yeah.
Anybody else? And she just
Hey,
turns
no.
us to... Yeah.
Hey, I have 2. I had 2 already. So like we're on the same level now.
So you two are stumbling down the street. I'm assuming the jacket at this point is gone. There are no people left to fool.
Oh
Right,
no,
you-
I think
you have
he's
seven
still
blocks.
wearing
You
the
have
jacket.
28 bars. You still wearing it? Okay, then it's dragging
Oh,
up
yeah,
behind you because you're the only one in it,
yeah.
right? So, yeah.
He feels
There are
cool in it.
28 bars, all blaring music. The Cremo is still right there. Country, Western, and emo right there.
Hey, princess, there is a great place that we passed on our way in called Cremo, and I gotta say, I'm interested. You in?
She's, "Oh, okay, but if we're getting sad, I need more chocolate. Where did we find the..." And she turns around looking for Willow.
It was at this place called KSMR. It's a kitchen ASMR.
Meanwhile, I hold up a yellow mushroom
For her or for you?
Whoa.
for anybody who wants yellow mushroom.
I'll take it.
And
You guys break the yellow mushroom up, eat it, head back to Casmer, where they have prepared each of you a bathtub sized, because you're goblin and drow sized chocolate, like a hot chocolate that you each get your own room, like your own hot tub of hot chocolate.
This
Just
sounds
sitting.
like my wish list in Hershey Park. They
There
have
is-
a chocolate
there is-
spa.
You're sitting in a chocolate spa. There is chocolate on tap. There is salted caramel in a shaker. There is everything you could imagine. You could cook yourself in here in chocolate and become a chocolate covered Willow if you so choose.
I don't think I want to cook myself.
No. But the three of you get as relaxed as it is possible to get. You stumble back out. Those of you who choose go across the street to the Cremo and just get sad together.
Let's
It's-
get sad.
The entire bar is all dark corners. I don't know how they did it, but it's all dark corners where no more than two people can get in there. So you can be sad about not having more than one friend with you. The lighting is terrible. There's no reception on your phone. Everything is designed to be complainable. The drinks are watered down if you can even find the staff. The music is just, like I said, country and emo. So there's no light moments, right? The comedy song, there's only 4 murders and a suicide. So
I think
Oh, dear.
Grottle is having the best time because he's usually, at least back in Goblin, Goblin County, he's always just trying his best to find something to be sad about.
yep, absolutely.
And now he just gets to weep in a corner for a bit.
And for the purposes of the story, the two of you head into a corner, and as you sit down, you don't look for a second, and the princess
Bawling.
kind of poomp, poomp, and there's 3 of her. One of them sits down with you. That's the only one you notice, and orders a black drink that's hard to see. The other 2 turn around and walk away. One of them walks up
They
to
all leave.
cringe. Yeah, one of them walks up to cringe.
Fringe is over at Cheapskate because I want him
Okay.
to be. So he's going to be
Yep.
over there.
He is, absolutely. So, as you are the only person in Cheapskate except for the staff, are you skating?
Probably the first thing I'm going to do is be kind of curious what's going on at the bar.
Yep.
Because
The
definitely
staff
some-
staff is getting hammered. They're mixing mixy drinks, like the weird mixy drinks. They're mixing even weirder ones.
So the first thing, I mean, if you don't mind me kind of describing a little bit
Oh,
about this bar,
Please do.
first thing you notice is the bar itself, even though you have like the spot where the people sit, it's like a normal height, the bar where you actually prepare drinks is like 3 feet high.
Okay.
And kind of looking behind, you almost wonder like why nobody said anything sooner, other than the fact that everybody was so drunk that nobody could notice. But
Yep.
there's actually a kobold named Lady making drinks.
That explains a lot. That explains an awful lot. Yeah, lady that used to be laddie. This is a callback. So, yes, you are mixing serious, like, kobold level drinks, which to humans and gnomes is just
No.
mind wrecking. You
Yeah.
turn around, and as far as you know, the only version of Princess Goober just rolls up behind you on glittering rollerblades.
Oh, very interesting things you have found.
And nothing else still. Oh, except for knee pads, elbow pads, and a helmet. You got to be safe.
Yeah. Very important.
Yeah.
So I will do the same.
She reaches for one of the drinks. Yeah, and then poof, you're dressed.
And
Your favorite song comes on.
Silly straws.
The light comes on. The swirling light of the disco.
Can't you feel alive?
The place is empty. The staff goes, starts making excuses and leaves the room.
Yeah.
You have
Wait.
the entire rollerama to yourself.
Do people keep leaving because of us?
There's almost nobody left. The riot got most people to leave, but yes.
Wait, who rioted? What happened? What did we miss?
They rioted when the princess started taking her clothes off before you Ovaltined her.
Oh God.
The only thing about Cheapskate you don't talk about is why there's always seems to be construction by one of the alleys.
Yes, yeah.
You don't talk about that.
And the bar keeps getting slightly bigger from time to time as you take over more and more of the street. So, with that, the two of you rollerblade the night away, do you?
We do.
Princess Goober and the brains behind this Operation Crinch, must have been the brains, you were the head, have a romantic evening of roller disco only 50 years after it was cool. And that leaves us, the third Princess Goober, because I like to wrap things up, walks up to Willow, looks you up and down and goes, oh, snaps her fingers, and now she's dressed like you. In the chef's
Okay.
outfit.
You're not taking my job.
I don't want your job. I just want that chocolate.
It just kind of happened. It just appeared out of nowhere. I have no control.
And as you kind of go, I don't know, these two giant mugs appear in your hands.
I cannot guarantee what the results will be, though. Just letting you know.
You know, as you look down, you hand one to her and keep one for yourself. It's easy to tell which one to keep for yourself because I'll tell you what's in them. And yours is dark chocolate, salted caramel, and warm milk in 3 balls melting together. Hers
That's it.
is and some Kahlua. Well, okay, there's some smaller. Well, there's some larger ones: a Kahlua's, a Bailey's, and a Schnapps.
Oh no, I'm
there as
totally
well.
fine. I'm like thinking there's some kind of like hidden magic in there, but okay.
No, this is just like the most flavorful warm drink ever. And you hand her hers, and the only difference is instead of milk, hers is Ovaltine. And they melt into the cup. And the two of you stand in the street and look at this deserted street. And you realize, maybe for the first, as the cup starts to melt onto your hands because it's made out of chocolate too.
Oh God.
So you start to
Chocolate
realize 28 bars, all fully staffed, and not a human in sight.
Oh, I take all the utensils.
You're pillaging kitchens all the way up and down the bar.
Yes!
Absolutely. Yes.
Kitchen supplies are expensive, don't you know?
Yes. So, if I may wrap this up, what comes of this the next morning? When the smoke clears, at the end of this 7-block stretch of what is now mostly fire-burned mayhem, is an amazing new club. It has gourmet food, mostly chocolate-inspired. It has a roller derby, dance hall, rollerblading bar. And it has a drug emporium run by a guy who only ever wears a jacket that's way too long for him.
Yeah. Yes.
You become famous. And of course, just to rub it in her great-great-great-grandson's eye, the bar is called Goobers.
I'm a goofy goober. Yeah.
We're not ripping off this other place called Hooters. Not at all. No, this
No,
is
not even a
Goobers.
little bit. No, absolutely. The serving staff here do not walk around with their goobers hanging out.
But we have the
Absolutely.
best chicken wings. The
Best
best chicken
We have
wings
the
you
best
can
everything.
find.
The best everything. Your chef has a spectacular range and skill, and is also ferociously vicious with the frying pan, as I understand it. So do not mess with the chef. But I think that, and right just over an hour, so yeah, that's good timing. I think that is where we will drop the curtain on tonight's little adventure. Oh, wow. Thank you guys so much. That was a blast. I had a really good time tonight. It was different. Most of them were sort of pointless violence. This was sort of pointless ridiculousness, which I loved. And yes, I want chocolate too, Leah. Me too, so bad. I am actually looking. Yeah, I can still get to the store and get chocolate. Cool. Which means we got to get out of here in a hurry. I'll try and do this like I'm not rushing. I want to thank everybody that was part of this tonight. And this time I want to do them in order. I want to start with my regular Nick. Thank you so much for coming out to these fun shots. We got a couple of your other characters in here tonight and some callbacks that, let's face it, were only for you, me, and the audience. Thank you for joining us as always. And get your players to behave in that game. Get them all to show up on one night. It's really not that hard. It is. It's almost impossible. But thank you. Next, from the VTubes, Willow, thank you so much for joining us. I have such a great time every time your character shows up, because I have a PC NPC and they're the same person, and it is so interesting and so wonderful and so dear to my heart. I love it so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And you broke my game, so congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it very, very much.
Well, now
It's
I
a
gotta raise
compliment.
I gotta raise it higher now to breaking your game, because
You get me next time.
I feel
Get
like
me
I can
again
do,
next time.
I feel like I can do better. I really, really think I'm gonna just
You
taking a shot
shot
of
her-
Bailey's.
Oh yeah.
We talked about chocolate so much,
anytime. I
just
know we
way
did.
too much chocolate. I
Yeah.
was like, I know I got sick from Bailey's before, and don't care. Just bottles up.
This was never not going to happen in a bar. So thank you so much for joining us, Willow. Always a good
Caramel.
time. We'll see you next time, and
Yeah, thank you for the invite.
we'll see who shows up next time too. There's all kinds of options. There's a furry I haven't met yet.
roll.
And that brings us to the brave one. Oh, you are brave. You might not even know how brave you are to come and play in one of these games. And again, I know you asked me for the rules and I sent you the rules and then we didn't use them. So I hope you don't mind. It was only one
It is what
page.
it is.
So, welcome to the fun shots. That's basically what happens. We use something vaguely like a rule set to roll a couple of dice during the night. But thank you for facing your anxiety. It is not easy doing this. I do this 3 nights a week and I still get hyper nervous every single time. So thank you for facing that down. Thank you for coming out and playing with us. I hope you'll sign up for more in the future. We've got some longer term stuff too coming up. Our seasons are halfway done. We run 10 to 12 week seasons on our longer shows. And then we start new seasons with new players. So everybody gets to play. So check that out. Stay in the loop for sure there. And thank you again for coming and joining us. Thank you.
Hey,
again.
happy to.
And that leaves 2 thank yous left. All the people on Twitch: Thunderscape, Hellhounds, Leah, Kalina, Jellycat. Oh, I know there's other ones that were there and have been and gone since then. Thank you all so much for showing up and watching this. It's so silly every week, and you keep showing up and watching it, even though it's silly, and I appreciate it every single week. And then the weirdest thank you, because it's for people that aren't here yet. The people that are going to watch this in the future on YouTube. Thank you to all of you as well. That 3020 Gaming over on YouTube. Check it out. Oh, see, there's our next guest right there. So, with those 5 thank yous, I'm going to end like I always end. Please, until next time, be nice to each other. Good night.